how are we doing? Let me pull up my thing. Where's my thing? Stream manager. Here it is. Okay. Cool. Let's play. We are playing Menagerie of the Void, by Aaron Aviram, who is at Ninesk on Twitter. This is a really good credits page. Graphic design by V. Hendro, monstrous art by Michael Malkin, Jamie Mosquera, Lord Zizi Works, Angela Kidham D. Oh, is that Angela? I think I know that person. Corey A. Goodwin. Editing and design consultation by Mitchell Salmon, Jonathan Boyle. Using advice from Uriel Lifshitz, Aviv and Missel, Simon Drake, Matthias Santana, Mark Shepherd. Oh, I know Mark's. Hello. And Desi Alba Aviram. Amazing. This is a very nice book. I've got to say, I didn't know what to expect with this book at all. I just clicked it because of the name. But like, this is pretty fucking sick. Look at this art. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I adore it. It's beautiful. As always, if you miss this stream, it's available on VOD on Twitch for 2 weeks, and then it will also be on YouTube as soon as I remember to export it. Perfect. So you are the pilot of... Oh, and as always, I don't read these games ahead of time. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm going to make some guesses, and I'm going to say we've got a content warning for body horror. We're going to have a content warning for animals in captivity. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. And also, I'll read all of the text aloud. So, yeah. Let's go. So, hang on. You are the pilot of humanity's second ever faster-than-light ship, reaching into interstellar space, ready to explore the great dark unknown. But something has malfunctioned. The stars are wrong. Through the window, you see an old, dusty planet from which a beam of light emerges to engulf your ship as an alien presence integrates with your systems. Your gut lurches as you lose and regain consciousness, and now you stand in a hall of groaning, rusty engines, the dried corpse of an alien creature before you. You feel a burst of pain as a metallic arm retreats from your head, leaving behind a cybernetic module in your brain. Through it, these old automated systems speak to you. A new zookeeper has been acquired. This is fucking sick. Menagerie of the Void is a storytelling game for one player, also known as a journaling game. You play as the keeper of an ancient menagerie created by a long-gone society and sustained by their ancient constructs. These automatic machines do most of the work, but they require a sentient zookeeper to make some of the decisions, and you were selected to do just that. This is the story of how you were compelled to try, and eventually failed, as many have before you. To play, you'll need a bunch of large index cards, a writing utensil, and a deck of playing cards. Okay, so I have a Google Doc, which will do. And I don't have playing cards, so we'll use playingcards.io. I do have a deck of tarot cards at hand, but playingcards.io will work. Start blank room. Ba ba ba. Please don't join my room. Thank you. It would be funny if somebody joined my room, but I would prefer if you didn't, because I would get stressed out. Okay. So we have a writing utensil and index cards. We have a deck of cards. Hang on, I'll get it. I'll get a deck of cards. Standard 52 deck. There we go. Do I need jokers? No. Okay, sick. Take 16 index cards. These are the blocks that make up the menagerie. Oh! Oh, this is wild. Okay. This is why I should read the games ahead of time, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in Google Docs. Okay. On 3 blocks. So, take 16 index cards, and these are the blocks that make up the menagerie. On 3 blocks, draw a straight wall along one long edge. On 3 blocks, draw a straight wall along one short edge. On 4 blocks, draw an L-shaped wall along the border. On 4 blocks, draw an opposite L-shape wall along their border. Okay. 1 block is the spaceport. New exhibits arrive at the menagerie through here. Draw a small empty circle on its corner. This is your first control. And draw a small dot on the back of the card. 1 block is the Elder, an old exhibit which was already here when you arrived. Choose one of the elders on the opposite page and copy its text onto the index card. Then draw a small dot on the back of the card. I'm wondering how I can do this. Can I do it in playing cards? Let's find out. I don't think so. Do they have instructions for online play? Oh, there's content warnings here as well. Note, this game could potentially feature bodily trauma, harm to animals, and some degree of mind control. Horrible. But lovely. I'm excited for it, but it's horrible sounding. I don't see any instructions for online play. I might have fucked myself a little by because shuffle all the blocks face down, then place them in a 4x4 grid. Find the spaceport and the Elder by their markings and turn each face up. Choose 2 blocks adjacent to the Elder and attach them to it so they touch. This is its habitat. After discovering your grounds, your play space should now look like something like the diagram to the right. What would be the best way to do this? On I could. No, that's not. That'd be rubbish for a stream though. I could you do like the thing physically, but that'd be rubbish for the stream. Oh, I need to rename my stream. Hang on, one sec. There's only one person here, so this is nothing. There we go. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Let's read how to play and we'll see if I can simulate this somehow. If not, we're just reading a book together. That's fun too. I enjoy that. So how to play. A new exhibit might appear. Draw a card to see what happens. Take action and try to handle this mess. Finally, the cycle ends and another cycle begins. Eventually, one way or the other, it all ends. Okay. Control. Control measures your understanding of the system. It is represented by drawing empty circles on the spaceport. You start with one control. You gain control by keeping a log and by dealing with certain problems. When you gain control, draw a new empty circle on the spaceport. If you manage to accumulate 7 control, you gain absolute understanding of all of the ancient machines and can access all parts of the alien systems. You can guide them to act exactly as you wish according to the instructions under It All Ends. This will not happen, as you will succumb to deviancy first. You're damn right I'll succumb to deviancy. Deviancy measures the erratic behavior of the machinery. It destroys control and then everything else. Fuck. You gain deviancy when the menagerie is damaged and also constantly from many things. When you gain deviancy, fill out a circle on the spaceport, thereby destroying one point of control. If there's no empty circle to fill, instead pick a block to remove from the game. If it's an exhibit card, rip it in two. The resident creatures die under the uncaring handling of the machinery. If there are no blocks to remove, you have lost your all ability to coordinate the menagerie systems and you are finally free, as explained under It All Ends. Harm. The end of an exhibit. Each exhibit can take one harm marked with an X on the corner of its index card. If the exhibit takes another harm, it is destroyed and machines clear its remains out of the habitat. Whenever an exhibit is destroyed, tear its card apart. Nothing remains of the dead creatures or the block, and even their enclave is changed beyond recognition by some automated processes. The empty space remains empty. Detach the remaining blocks from each other. If they're on the blank side, turn them up to the other side. I don't get it. I wonder if there's... Hang on, there might be online player instructions on the itch. Let's have a look. Because I really want to play this now, but I'm struggling with the fact that it's an extremely physical game. Where is it? It's in my library. In my collections. Here it is. Oh my god. There's a soundtrack. I'm gonna put this on. Oh my god, it's by the creator? Oh, this is sick as hell. I'm gonna put it on, but like quiet. Where's the... Hi, this is Menagerie of the Void by Aaron Aviram. I'm currently trying to work out how to play it because it requires like drawing on note cards that isn't just like writing stuff down, which is a I want to know how to play it without being in person. Is the download button? No, I don't think this can be played online. What is this? This is so sad. I can't believe. Okay, we're just gonna keep reading. I'm gonna read this whole book instead of playing it because I'm really stoked by this, and I do want to be playing. And I think that we can like imagine some things together. We can read it. We can experience the book. The book's beautiful. And then if we've got heaps of time left after, we'll play something else. But I do want to finish reading this book, so let's read together. Where were we? Okay, best practices. Through your exhibits, you gain understanding when they're destroyed. You lose what little control you gained. Try to be a good keeper. Do your best when your best is not enough. Watch it all burn. Imagining things. This is a game in which you create a story for yourself. If something seems sensible, it happens. When you are unsure how something looks or behaves, make something up, either disturbing or unintelligible. If the fiction you create has some clear and obvious impact on control, deviance, or exhibit, change these accordingly. If it's a cheating, this is the game. When you keep a log or observe, use the opportunity to make these changes. That's really cool, actually. When a question arises, answer it according to the established fiction. Choose whatever's interest, sad and words. Can you move the space of blocks? I don't know, can you? If it's sitting on a spatial temporal rift, or if it's a giant tower reaching to the heavens, then no. If it's a pack of incoming spaceships, then yes. If you are told to destroy a block and it happens to be the spaceport, it is destroyed, halting the arrival of new creatures, or do the machines always rebuild it? Sorry, is it destroyed, halting the arrival of new creatures, or do the machines always rebuild it, probably taking on deviance in the process? Handling cards. Aces are one. If you ever run out of cards, shuffle the discards into a deck. So quiet. That should be better. Sorry about that. This is cool as hell. I hope I don't get muted. I don't know what the... I hope... It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is a not a disaster of a stream exactly. This is a mess of a stream. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Another cycle begins. The buzzing of old gears and the hum of engines signal that the ancient machines once again grind to life, following their unending mandate. The robotic custodians and various security systems keep you and exhibits contained. The automatic retrieval process engages at the port unless it malfunctions. Draw a card. If it's red, the spaceport engages. A new exhibit is plucked from somewhere and brought here. The Menagerie machinery tries to construct a fitting place for it. Turn to page 22 and settle your guests. If there's no more room, see page 24. On your first turn, the spaceport engages, but don't draw a card. How does the process seem to work? What does the port look like? Write a short description on the spaceport. Go to page 22 and settle your first guest. You know, I think I can just keep track of what the game is telling me to do without the cards, maybe. Hang on. We're going to keep reading, though, to be sure, because I don't know. So far, it looks like I can just keep track, but let's go to settle your guests. Okay. An exhibit is one or more organisms of unknown origin, stolen from outer space and placed into a habitat made of blocks in the Menagerie. When you're settling your guests, you are creating an exhibit, then creating a habitat. To create an exhibit, take a new index card and a pen. Draw 2 playing cards. Use the suits of the cards to randomly determine the exhibit's handling procedures and the aberrancy. I don't think I've ever said that word before. The numbers on the cards correspond to questions about the exhibit's features. Give some answers and use them as inspiration to decide what the organism looks and behaves like. Note all of this in a few words on the index card. Handling procedures. Every organism is unique and each demands special care. Clubs, compact. It requires only 2 blocks for his habitat instead of 3. Okay. So mostly they're 3 blocks. Oh, sorry. Diamonds, expansive. It requires 4 blocks for its habitat instead of 3. Hearts, hardy. It's well armored, quick to regenerate, or similarly tough. It can take 2 harm rather than 1. The 3rd will destroy it. Spades, ruinous. It's especially vicious, corrosive, or otherwise dangerous. Or perhaps it's too bizarre for the machinery. Whenever you pick it randomly, when problems pile up, take 1 deviancy. God, I love the phrase take 1 deviancy. Like, I get that it's used to describe the action, oh my god, being used to describe the way the machines act, but I love it just because I always think of like deviants, you know, like being a young deviant. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm doing so well, guys. I'm professional at this. Okay. Yeah. This is cool. Aberrancy. It's strange, disquieting. Clubs. It has a weird aesthetic. For example, it is asymmetric. Its left and right sides are not alike. It has a hidden maw or eye in an unexpected place. Its colours change in headache-inducing patterns. There's something very geometric about its structure. Diamonds. It's unsettling in some way. For example, it emits a horrific sound. It constantly stares at you. It moves only when not observed. It knows more about you than it should and is able to predict your behaviour. It adheres to a particularly strict pattern of behaviour which has nothing to do with its environment, as if reacting to things you can't perceive. A cat. Hearts. It's hard to interact with. For example, it skitters away quickly, or it's mostly intangible, or very small, mostly intangible. Fuck, that'd be annoying. Its only feeding maw is deep within a giant shell. When its limbs move, they change direction in a very complicated way, making it unpredictable. Spades. It's life, but not as we know it. For example, it moves despite having no method of locomotion, metabolizes without nutrients or waste, it knows without having any senses, it's effectively inanimate in all manners, but still reacts to its surroundings. Features. How does it remind you of an earth creature? What unusual alien ability does it have? How many limbs does it have, and what do they end with? Does it have a head, and if so, what shape? If not, where is its central nervous system? What senses does it have, and how are they evident in its form? What size is it? How many are there? This is great. I love... This is reminding me of the animals in... whatchamacallit? No Man's Sky. Or in Tides, which is a fantastic little podcast that you should listen to. I don't think it's released an episode in a while, but it's very good. Where was I? What size is it? How many are there? Why do lots appear a superorganism? What does it eat? What eats it? When does it eat? What is its life cycle, and what stage is it currently at? What's beautiful or horrific about it? Is it social or solitary? It doesn't look like an animal, more like a plant or mineral. In what ways? It's an intelligent being. What's strange and alien about its psychology? Okay, it makes a strange sound or a weird display. What's unsettling about it? Quick features. Tail. Slow or fast. Feathers or scales, air or waterborne, finger or claw, violent or weeping, an arm or a leg, tiny or huge, hairy or sharp, eye or ear, camouflaged, stationary, hive mind. That's fun. I could just sit here and pull cards and invent aliens. I'd be quite happy. I could just be like, oh, I think I'm drawing a queen of diamonds. So that's a unsettling, intelligent being. So sorry, yawning. I think if it's intelligent and it's unsettling, it's probably some sort of oh, I don't know. I really like what it says that's it knows more about you than it should and is able to predict your behavior. I'm thinking of that, or maybe it talks. Maybe it's just an animal, but it speaks English, or whatever language the theoretical human in the space speaks. What if you see a little guy, and it's just a little guy, and it looks it's maybe furry, and it's maybe I don't know, cat sized. I like the idea that it's kind of cat like, but it's maybe got 6 legs, and it's otherwise just a little bit weird. It's not hugely strange to look at for a human, but it talks, it speaks English like a cat in an anime. Like the cat in Kiki's Delivery Service or something, and it just talks to you. They'd be very distressing. I don't know if it's I think it talks not whole conversations, but just occasionally says things. kind of like a parrot or a corvid that's like learned to talk. Just like occasionally say some words, and it can sort of talk to you, and it does communicate, but it's not humanoid. It's not human, and it's talking. I don't know. I just think it's neat. But you could do this. You could just like draw cards for ages. Like, oh, okay. This is shuffled. Three of clubs. So it's very small. And it has a weird aesthetic. And has a weird number of limbs. Interesting. Oh my god, I've got to stop yawning. Okay. This is like potentially the worst stream I've ever done. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have flaked today. Oh well. Creating a habitat. Each exhibit requires a habitat of adjacent blocks on the Menagerie's grid. But they don't always get them. Choose 3 adjacent blocks, 2 if it's compact, 4 if it's expansive. At least one of the blocks must be adjacent to the spaceport or an existing habitat. Ah, here we go. Here's where you really need the cards. You've got to, like, Tetris them. 2 if it's compact, 4 if it's expensive. Can you start a zoo? Could a person have a zoo in No Man's Sky, do you think? Like, you probably could, right? Fuck the stream, I'm streaming No Man's Sky now. No, I'm not, because I don't know how to play it very well. It's too complicated. Choose. Okay. At least one of the blocks must be adjacent to the spaceport or an existing habitat, and none of the new exhibit's blocks can belong to another habitat. If any of the blocks are blank, turn them over. If there aren't enough blocks, take 1 deviancy for each missing block, and continue. Choose any one of the blocks to replace with the exhibit's index card, which becomes the habitat's main block. Put the replaced block in a reserves pile to the side. The habitat must become an enclosure. Place the habitat's blocks close to each other so they touch. You can't attach a block if it has a wall on that side. Ah, okay. So you may shift one of the blocks by rotating it or swapping it out. So you can shift one of the blocks of the habitat, changing its orientation by 180 degrees, or switching it with a different block in the Menagerie, including from other habitats. You cannot shift the exhibit card. Exhibits with a habitat consisting of less than the number of blocks they require, for whatever reason, are distressed. When a cycle ends, distressed exhibits take harm. If there are no free blocks at all, the new exhibit is brought into the Menagerie in a brutal, disastrous effort that leads to the destruction of some machinery, as well as the incoming exhibit itself. It's horrible. Take 2 deviancy. This is a sad game. Animals get hurt. Like, this is cool. This is cool as shit. But it's sad. So how do problems pile up? Okay, so Problems pile up. Every time you wake up in your pod, you discover a new disaster to deal with. Later on, you will take action to deal with this new problem when you do your part. Draw a card. The number determines which problem you now face from the list on the next page. In some cases, the suit determines how it manifests. Who shall suffer? When asked to pick an exhibit at random, either toss a coin on the grounds or number the exhibits and roll a die. The reserves are a pile of index cards that hold blocks which were dislodged from their place on the grounds. If it is empty and you're told to take a block from here, take a blank index card instead. When you're told to remove a block from the grounds, it is destroyed forever, not placed in your reserve. The journey. Consider every problem as part of your ongoing duties. When something goes right or wrong, think about what it looks like before you move on. How do the events around this round fit into the narrative of previous rounds? Oh my god. Stop yawning. I do this every week. I get on, I yawn a bunch, and then I go log off and I put the video on YouTube. That's what I do. I stream yawning. If you get the same type of problem twice in a row, they'll usually manifest differently because of the suit. What does this mean? Is there a specific mechanism that is constantly faulty? Are you miserable at handling specific elements and keep repeating your mistakes? If you feel the end is nigh, maybe the new facility has something to do with it. Maybe it began because of an unexpected morphing incident. Well, this is all of the things. So, hang on, how does the cycle begin? So the cycle begins when you draw a card. But then also you draw another card when problems pile up. As the cycle to your part, okay. As the cycle nears its end, you get a chance to push against the deterioration. Your ability to influence the machine's directives is limited, but it grows as you come to understand the system. You have enough time to take one action, choose from the following: attend to an exhibit, observe, shift blocks, keep a log. Okay. That's interesting. It's really interesting that you can win this game. Like, from what I've read so far, it's really hard to win this game. And it's, like, pretty random. You can't, like... No, you could there's tactics involved in how you set up the exhibits, but... I feel like they get full very fast, you know? I have many things to think about. What I am confused about when you're settling your guests. Oh, you draw 2 cards. Huh. No, never mind. I'm not confused anymore. So you draw 2, and then one is the handling procedures, and then the other is its aberrancy and features. Or do they both do its features and quick features? That makes sense. Okay, never mind. I'm not confused anymore. I just needed to read the rules better. This happens to me a lot. I'm like, I'm confused, and then I actually read the rules, and I'm like, oh, no way, I'm not confused. It was actually really clearly explained. I didn't read properly. Okay. So, what we can do, attend to an exhibit. So, choose an exhibit and remove a harm for it by caring, feeding, nurturing, or otherwise handling the organism. Oh, okay. Shift blocks. Choose any block. You can order the machines to change its orientation by 180 degrees, turn it to its other side, or switch it with another block. You can place it in an empty space, or switch it with a card from the reserves. You can also attach the block to another to create a new habitat or add to an existing one. Or, if already connected to a habitat, you can separate the block from it. If you have at least 4 control, you can do this twice. Oh. Observe. You spend some time just experiencing your situation. Just here, now, with your thoughts. Are they sad, accepting, hopeful, strangely alien to you? You can imagine yourself as the small being that you are, trapped in the corridors, streets, lanes, tunnels of the Menagerie. Is there a spot you especially like? A route that you tend to walk down? A site that you keep returning to? Do you have a specific habitat that you like to visit? Maybe even a specific organism in it? Is there a robotic custodian you sometimes follow around, finding some comfort in its routine? Oh, making friends. Imagine how things progress around you, how the machines rebuild or the atmosphere changes, whatever you think is interesting. You observe it happening now, make the changes as needed. While you're reflecting, you release some of the reins, let go of the duty. You then watch as the menagerie drifts ever closer to ruin. Take 1 deviancy. Well, keep a log. Choose an exhibit that was not featured in the problem of this cycle. You study the creature and gain 1 control. Through careful observation, you get to know it better and begin to understand it. Select any one of the following questions, or draw a card, then record your findings on the exhibit's card. I'm writing little plaques. Select any one of the following... I read that already. Clubs. You've noticed a new, surprising physical feature of the exhibit. What is it? Diamonds. The exhibit behaved as normal for its kind, probably. What is its normal daytime routine? Yeah, I guess, you'd have a real problem of the, wolves in the wild don't exhibit these behaviors problem. I don't know. This is the only place I've ever seen this an animal out of context. Bro. It all comes back. Okay. This stream is wild. My professionalism in this stream is nil. I'm losing it. Maybe we should just be playing this. Never mind. You've managed to discover a secret place. Hearts. You've managed to discover a secret place where the organisms keep something precious. What is it? The young, food, miasma, anything else? What does miasma mean? I thought it's like a kind of fluid. An unpleasant, unhealthy smell or vapor. Yes, and here is where I keep my unpleasant or unhealthy smell or vapor. Where is it? Yeah. A secret place where they keep something precious. An unpleasant or unhealthy smell or vapor. But what? What kind of animal hoards miasma? I'm obsessed. This game is really sick. I really wish we could actually play it. Spades. You observed an unusual behavior. What is it? Is it natural for them? And they are getting ready to mate, migrate, or die, perhaps? It's a sign of stress from being sick or their presence in the menagerie. Oh, that'd be sad. This is a husher. Let's look at this. I want to look at this drawing some more for a bit. For a bit, we're going to look at this drawing. It's got all sorts of weird tentacly bits, but also it has a lot of arms. But also... So it's got 5 legs. Oh, that's its tongue. This is its tongue. It's like yawning. I can't tell where its mouth closes though. Oh, this game's sick as hell. I really wish. I'm just sad that I can't play it, you know? A cycle ends. And any exhibit that is distressed takes 1 harm. An exhibit is in distress if it has fewer blocks in its habitat than it needs, usually 3. If an exhibit is really weird, certainly if it has at least 3 aberrancies. Consider if that's enough to inflict 1 deviancy. It probably is. You are then placed back into hibernation until you are needed again. And so you just do this a number of times until you hit the all ends when. I do like the spider thing. I like it has like, I can't tell if these are like, I can't play it because it requires physical note cards to be like flipped and arranged and have lines in certain ways, and I can't figure out a way of like doing it on the computer because I'm not very computer. I don't know things. So I'm having trouble with, oh, hang on, is this still the same playlist? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I can't work out how to play it on a computer, so I can't really stream it. So we're just been reading the book, and I've been offering my inane commentary on the book. Like, look at the spider. It has snails. When I said snails, I meant barnacles. Or they could be fleshy tubes. Hard to say. But I did mean barnacles, even though I said snails. So, it all ends when you feel all hope is lost. Once you no longer have the strength to continue, when you can't see a point to keep enduring, you can stop. Your ongoing connection with the machines depends on your determination, and when you give up, it's gone. Without guidance, the machines can no longer maintain the equilibrium between their systems, and everything breaks down. What happens in the ensuing catastrophe? Do you survive somehow in the ruins? In any case, as an eon passes, the machines rebuild and recover. Eventually, a new zookeeper is selected, and the cycle begins again. Or you would achieve full control. You finally gain control over the alien machines. You can guide them to act exactly as you wish. You don't yet know the reason for the existence of the Menagerie, but it matters little. Its full capabilities are in your hands, mastery over space, biology, and construction. You decide on one grand goal, which you then achieve. What is it? Man, this is just so cool. I don't know how to... how can I... Okay, well, I'm gonna rate this game. This is cool as hell. I'd love to see some rules for online virtual play so that I could stream it one day. There we go. And I will follow the creator. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is so neat. Now I'm gonna ask Google a question, okay? We're just gonna Google some shit for a minute. Can you make a zoo in No Man's Sky? You can. You can make a zoo. Magical. Sounds really difficult, but it's cool as hell. I didn't end up putting anything in the stock. But yeah, go check out this game. I really enjoyed reading through it. I would have really, really loved to play it. I think we'll end short here. Because I've got nothing. There's nothing in the tank, guys. But this is really sick. It's in the indie bundle for abortion funds, so you've got it. If you bought that, if you haven't bought that, go buy it. I'm like 99% sure that it's still for sale. It is. 311,000. So worth it. It's also already on the random bundle website, so if you're like looking for games in this bundle and you don't know how you can search there, that's how I found my short list of games for today. Next week we'll play something else, and I will try to yeah, and I'll just like think about this game for a while and like think about the bizarre eternal prison that it is, which is sick as hell. Fucking great work. Huge fan. I'm gonna close this because I feel like I'm gonna get copyright striked, because I think it's just playing random songs that are like related. So, yeah, really cool, really cool. I wish I'd been able to play it, but I think I would have taken like a really long time to play it, because I would have just like tried to keep going eternally. But I don't want to read these because I want them to be a surprise when I do eventually play. But this is so cool. I love the illustrations. I love the layout. I love the way you play Tetris. I'm a huge fan. I am a huge fan. Yeah, go buy this game, or like buy the abortion rights bundle and play it. But yeah, we'll cut there today. But thank you very much for joining me. If you stuck around for my nonsense, you stuck around for my yawning and my getting distracted and the fact that this game doesn't even work on stream. Thank you very much for hanging out. And I'll see you next week. Alright, goodbye.